Yeah, it just started off as a kind of a joke band, and just kind of went on and on from there. We kind of used it as an excuse to go to Europe and travelled around Europe and played a lot of gigs and made a record and came up to London. We weren't serious, yeah, it wasn't like a serious band. We weren't like trying to make it or anything. The only thing we were trying to make is some sort of noise, do one gig or something. I think the name of the band, it just seemed funny. So that's why we kept it. There was no, you know, it wasn't... Yeah, I mean, I personally have always had problems with the name, only because of the fact that it wasn't serious for me. So it's kind of weird. I mean, the only context I like the name of the band is the music, you know, if I think of it in those terms, but otherwise I hate it. Both of us were singing for about 9 months when we made our first record on Creation. We'd made a record previous to that, 6 months earlier or something, or whatever, on Lazy, but it was more like a demo tape for us. That was it, really. We just kind of made this record after we'd only been together for a few months, didn't like it, and then made a record about 9 months later that we liked. Right. And that's where the so-called big change comes. It was just that we foolishly made a record in between the old version of the band breaking up, and we didn't wait long enough to make a, you know, it just seemed a bit, it seemed like, oh, because me and Belinda made a record that wasn't as sort of representative of what the band's about now. When we just first got together, it just seemed like, oh, we made a big change, when it was more of a case that we didn't know what we were doing for a while. And when I was 14, there was tons of brilliant pop bands that were rock bands. Like there was this, the tail end of the punk thing and all the bands like, I don't know, like bands like The Cure and all that, which were seen as kind of like avant-garde or whatever in some way, but at the same time they were also a rock band and they were also a pop band on top of the pops and that. So really from where, on my background musically, it's not like I was heavily into Led Zeppelin or something, or heavily into whatever, some sort of big stadium albums band. So all of us have share that common taste, that the bands that we were into were pop bands that happened to make more interesting music. It wasn't just pop for the hell of it, you know, it's pop just because it was popular. And it lent itself to being not taken that seriously. I mean, we don't try and be that serious or anything. If you just do what you want and things just happen around you, it does make you seem a bit separate. Especially because, like, people have mentioned that we were one of the few bands from like 3 years ago that was like held or whatever. You know, Sydney, whatever. Yeah. And most of them were broken up. Or, well, it's not really true, that's what somebody said anyway. It seemed like a lot of them were broken up and there wasn't much happening, especially with the bands from Britain. Just half true, really. And, but that's because, well, I don't really know anyway. So. I saw one band actually on this show that I thought, I won't say who they are, but well, they're a Dutch band called the Night Blooms. Yeah. I thought, yeah, they really seemed like they might have been influenced, because he plays the guitar exactly like I do, and no one played guitar like that before. I couldn't, you know, it's one of those things, yeah. And then you're kind of waiting for the first one to really copy it, and when you see it, you think, oh right, someone has copied them, you know. But most of the bands are doing similar things that are said to be imitators. They're actually doing quite different things from us, but with the same kind of overall thing, mood. But I think a lot of the bands couldn't imitate us if they wanted to, really, to tell the truth, because I don't really think they know what we're really doing. They get a rough, it's like with any band, really. It's like, we took a band like the Ramones, when Ramones imitators never sounded like the Ramones to me, ever. I've never heard a Ramones imitator. Because if what you are is totally linked to your personality, you can't really be imitated very well. It can be, people can do copies of it, but it's not really right ever. It's really funny because most of what we do could have been done in the 60s. It could have been done, but it wasn't. But it could have been. And it's kind of funny, it's just that we've had all this time to for us to kind of think about doing something like what we're doing. And if we'd been in the 60s, we wouldn't have thought of it, obviously, which goes to prove that, it took 20 years for people to do things that they could have done 20 years previous, if you know what I mean. And that was a whole 20 years of people saying, you can never ever be anything new with a guitar, Jimi Hendrix did everything, blah, blah, blah. But, 20 years later, people are doing things different.
I just don't feel like we have to tell everybody exactly what it means all the time. We never write our lyrics down for anybody. It's just because it's part of the music, and we're just made to listen to the whole thing rather than having, a message right on top of,
The song, the music. Yeah. We won't sacrifice the overall effect just so people can hear the words properly, which is the most common thing in, say, mainstream. If there's a problem with the record, it's usually just, you can't hear the words right, which isn't an issue at all with us. So it seems like we're purposely mixing it down. It's just that most people purposely mix it up. That's all. Like since Christmas, we've been in 2 different studios, and we've had to leave them both because of a new problem that we've never incurred before, which is just like it just happened that we got 2 studios near train tracks, which led to a lot of buzzing on the guitar. And some people will tolerate that or use a different sound, but I don't want to compromise, so it's just like, leave the studio. So I had to leave 2 studios, which we've used up a lot of the mid-range studios in London, so it kind of puts us in a position of where do we go next? We just spent the past week just doing nothing, when that could have been finishing up the album really quick. That's kind of an example of why it takes so long. Finished that in about a month, or it is actually nearly just finished, and we should basically it should come out in May or so, and we'll play live.